All right, we are in Edmonton, Alberta, and we are about to tour a foreclosure property. Let's go inside and see what it looks like.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is it. I'm here with my rockstar realtor, Calvin Hexter from Calvin Realty, and we are walking through this property. And the funny thing is, you can do a quick pan here. There's not much really to walk through because of what's going on inside here. This is not what we were expecting. Calvin, from the pictures, this is not, was this even in the pictures? I don't recall this being here when we looked at it originally.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of times with foreclosures, the pictures don't always do it justice. And anything that happens from the point of the listing until possession is the responsibility of the new owner. So Wayne, if we bought the property today, remove conditions, it's not going to happen, but say that we did it, okay, and they agreed to it. If this got a whole lot worse in the next 2 months, waiting for possession, we're the only ones that are on the line, or the new owner is the one that's on the line for any of the additional costs. So if this gets progressively worse, and it looks like it's going to, right, especially with water damage, if you're not stopping it, it's just gonna be an additional bill.
Yeah, and what you guys can't hear is the water dripping right behind the camera here, and all of this is an accumulation of water. So actually, I believe it's gonna be 4 degrees today, so the weather is warming up. What's gonna be happening is on the roof, all that snow that's up top is going to be melting, and there is clearly some penetration going on. And I wouldn't be surprised within the next couple of days this actually all came down. Actually, maybe even what's literally above us right now might even come down as well. So this is definitely not the safest place to be standing. But we're going to give you guys a little walkthrough and a little bit more analysis of it, and then we can talk about what potentially we could do with a property like this that's in foreclosure. So as we continue on, the kitchen is it is what it is. It's a smaller kitchen. If you were to renovate this property, you probably want to open all of this up here. And then over into the dining room, same kind of thing. Just being extra cautious because this isn't exactly the safest. The other thing that we probably should have brought, Calvin, is respirators.
I agree.
Yeah.
when going through foreclosures, it's good to have things like shoe covers, gloves, face protectors, because you never know what you're going to walk into. And I'm honestly surprised. Like, there's many foreclosures that are in condition that are actually a little bit less, I'm going to say, dangerous than this, that don't even allow walkthroughs. Yeah. And so there's a lot of sight unseen foreclosures out there in properties that are for sale. I'm surprised that we might be the last showing, depending on what happens with that ceiling over the course of the next 24 hours.
That is true. Not sure how much more we can really do as walking through here. You got the bathroom. The bathroom's all completely gutted out. As you can see, it looks like actually they started a bathroom renovation but never finished it. And then you've got 2 bedrooms back here. And a 3rd bedroom over this way. Calvin, you can follow me along if you like. We're just going to be super careful because we have another situation here. I don't know if you want to take a look at this. Just going to walk through it real fast. And so it looks like there was an addition that was created in here at some point. Mm-hmm. Is that what this is? Because we've got a bathroom and then we've got another living area here. But this is the door that we came through is actually the only access point to it.
That's right. Yeah. I think there's a patio door in the back, but you can usually tell if there's an addition just by, you can look at like the HVAC. You can look at if the basement continues all the way through. I don't know if we're going to have access to the basement today. But, when you're walking these properties, kind of expect the worst, when you're running your numbers on whether it's going to work. And something like this might be closer to land value that I would almost weigh on as opposed to doing any kind of like rehabilitation of it. I think if you're trying to salvage anything, I think in a condition like this, I think you might just be setting yourself up for failure. So expect the worst when it comes to what's behind the walls, because again, the bank is never going to tell you. They've never lived here before. The owners are obviously out of the property. So all the damage that's occurred over the last 30, 40 years from the property is not being disclosed. So ensuring that we have the right tools, things like the thermal scanners, the right access to the different parts so we know what exactly you're working with. Because the last thing you'd want to do is purchase the home, have the ARV, feel like there's some profit, and then realize that no, you know, the foundation's shot or something tragic like that.
So we're probably crossing out BRRRRs, we're probably crossing out fix and flips here, and this is going to be a full demo like you're saying, and then if it's at lot value, then this would be a redevelopment, possibly an infill property. Now this is actually a larger size lot here, if I remember correctly, it's about 600 and...
Yeah, 642. So you're just below a 50 by 150. Location is fantastic, right? We're in like a B+ community, so when it comes to your ability to build something with a good ARV with an infill, you would certainly have that here. And I think your neighbors would probably appreciate it because a lot of the neighbors in situations like this have seen steady declines of homes like this. And it obviously affects their land value.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll obviously look at whatever the cost to be would be to build and to demolish this, and then see if there's any possibility for a lift on that. I agree with you. I think that in this area there is definitely some possibility and some opportunity here. So hopefully you guys like this. I wish we could show you more of the inside of this, but to be honest with you, it's not worth. We don't want to walk through any more of this, but if you want to see more videos like this of walking through foreclosures or other types of properties, make sure to subscribe and like it, and let us know in the comments.